Israelites. Before we hop into today's lesson, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises to the Most High in the name of His Son, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, in the Trinity Hebrew tongue. Call, Alayim, La, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Ha, Kodash, Ma. We want to give double honor to our apostles and elders, GMS, who rule well and teach well. We want to give double honor to our elders as well, Harold by Yasharala of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. We want to say shalom to the occupying four corners of the globe, putting this truth with sincerity. And with that being said, we're going to jump into this lesson. Y'all right to edifying.
All right, so as we all should know, for those who have been paying attention, all right, it's a massive port strike going across America's East Coast and threatening shortages and rising prices. All right, which is gonna be a major effect to the economy of Babylon. All right, and it's also gonna be it's gonna cause chaos in the streets as well. Right, people panicking because of the shortages and prices. All right, somebody grab that second Esdras.
It's the book of Second Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 1. It says, He answered me then and said, Measures out the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right, so you see how Bashmi Al-Shai is beginning to visit us, man, and it's sending those famines, pestilence, and destruction, just like it was spoken in the beginning, right? So just like we see the signs that have been passing in the skies, dealing with the X that the solar eclipse put on this place, Babylon, etc., man. So the Lord has definitely been showing us signs for those who have been paying attention, for those watchmen.
This is Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. So the Lord says he's made his men watchmen. And when you're watching, watchmen, that means you're looking out, you're spying for what you need to look for. And he made us that so that we can warn our people, so that we can let our people know what is to come, what is to happen, and let them know the prophecies, whether they want to hear it or not.
And also to warn them to turn back to Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, because that's the only way. That's the only way for your protection. That's the only way for you to eat in those times. That's the only way for you to be guided through this thing, man. All right?
Verse 3, Second Esdras chapter 9. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
And as you see, it's been earthquakes everywhere in diverse places, all across the globe. Different types of read that last part.
It says verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
So even from the beginning, he's been warning us about these prophecies, man, through the men of the Lord. All right, the watchmen that's been going out to warn the people about what's coming to pass, man, what's coming, about the prophecies.
God warned us about the end at the beginning, man. So what more should we be believing in these words of the Lord, Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, seeing that they are coming to pass, man, And also, too, that the brother just read, man, you're going to see uproars of the people, all right? And that's what's going on right now. You got the port strikes, the longshoremen strikes, all right? You got the longshoremen that's striking at the port, all right? Like the brother was speaking on. That's going to bring in famine. That's going to bring in a shortage of jobs. All right, that's going to bring in inflation, hyperinflation, all right? That's going to bring, as the elder said too, that's going to cause a ripple effect, man. Hey, that's a pebble within the lake, all right, being tossed in the water, all right? Hey, everything seems cool, calm, and collected right now, but hey, as it says in the book of Sirach, or as the second Esdras, correct me if I'm wrong, but hey, people should think themselves to be in good case, all right? But hey, then shall evils grow upon the earth, man. Second Esdras 16, done. But yeah, then shall evils grow upon the earth, man. Evil, sword, famine, and great destruction, roughly paraphrasing, all right? So that's why we have to be watching for these things, man. And also, that the brother said too as well, the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai put those signs within the Shemayims, man, within the sky, in the heavens, Hey, the eclipse, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse,
the coronal mass ejections that's been messing up the communication of the satellites and stuff like that.
Con. Hey, asteroid showers, meteor showers, comets. Yeah. Hey, all these things are signs of the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai of these end times, man.
This is Luke 21 and 24. It says, 25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity. So, Con, man, hey, we get ready to see, like Aki was speaking about, it's going to be a great ripple effect where it's going to be like, you know, a domino effect of different things with this port going on, man. Because what? The people that's doing this, striking this protest, all right, it's going to cause what? Hyperinflation with the goods, all right? That demand is going to be high. And it's not gonna be enough to really push out into the streets, man. Which is gonna cause that famine, man.
Yeah. By them not doing their job, that's causing a surplus of product being built up at the ports, man. And by them not issuing that out, distributing that out, it's a build up, man. Just like the Akim was just speaking on, it's a ripple effect. So by those longshoremen not doing their work, that's gonna cause these truckers to not be able to do their work. Why? Because they're not issuing it out to them, man, since they're being on strike. So, and then when the truckers can't work, that's gonna cause a shortage for their jobs too as well. Why? Because they're in demand, but they can't get what they're in demand for. So therefore, it's like they're irrelevant right now. We're paying you to do nothing, so it's gonna be layoffs, man. You know, and then also with that, once the goods get to the port, all right, it has to be distributed out by those trucks, all right, throughout the nation, throughout America, man. And with that being said, not only do we have the protest with the longshoremen, you have Helen, the storm Helen just left, or is it Helena? You know, correct me if I'm wrong too as well. Helene Khan. Hey, you got South Carolina, cities in South Carolina that's underwater, man. Atlantis, all right. It's not real, but I just want to throw that out there. But you get Tennessee, as the brother was speaking on earlier. All right, parts of Georgia where it's major roadways can't be that's not accessible. Why? Because of flooding, man. Flash flood.
Bridges collapsing as well.
And there's also some places, some cities here in Babylon, America, that they're totally blocked off. They can't even leave.
And then we got 2 more hurricanes coming right behind this.
And then there's still some people here in Florida. They still kind of messed up with the the few feet of flooding, but nonetheless, it still put a lot of people out of commission. So, like the brother Arcot was saying, them dock workers ain't there. Them trucks ain't finna get there. The distribution centers ain't finna get their product, which is gonna trickle down to the retail stores, which is gonna trickle down to the consumer.
Gone. And also too to add on too, man. That's $5 billion a day.
540 million per day. Per day.
Gone.
Every day they're not working, Esau has cost $540 million.
Gone.
Triple digit millions.
Gone. And with that being said, man, that's going to affect the people, man. It's like once again that ripple effect, all right. Just like the brother said, man, it's gonna hit the consumers, man. Then that's when the people gonna realize that, like, that American dream is dead. It's always been dead, man. You've been chasing after the wrong thing. You've been going down the wrong path this whole time, man. When you should have been Isaiah 55:6, seeking after the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, while you have this grace period in order to do so, man. You know,
the dream is actually a nightmare. And people gonna wake up. It's gonna shock them when they wake up. They're gonna find out, oh yeah, you've been in a nightmare for the longest. But people think it's the American dream. As you can tell, these other nations ain't coming over here as frequent as they used to. They don't care for the American dream. Now they're traveling around in their own where they live, in other countries and places where they live. They ain't coming over here to Babylon, America. And for these heathens that's over here, y'all got a surprise too.
Shit, Jake don't like to not to have his money. You know what I'm saying? They like to have their fun, they following and stuff. So when they're not able to live they lifestyles anymore, they gonna crank up. They gonna go crazy.
Dude, Tom Fool, you gotta think it. Jake like to act stupid, like the brother I'm always saying. Jake like to act stupid. Let Esau don't put no food stamps on that car. I see one video, Jake lady, she tore up a whole stove because she didn't have her food stamps on her car because Esau didn't do it. Like, for real, like, so we already know it. And of course, this is all by design. It's already systematic oppression, but it's all by design. So, it's going to get worse.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8 and verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. All right. You know, there's going to be a lot of miseries come upon the people of this place for walking in pride, you know, for not seeking after Yahweh Shem Shah. You know, here the brothers talking about the famines and the millions of northern tribe that's crossing the border every day. You know, they coming over here, they gonna do what they've been doing, do what they was raised to do. And it says, verse 51, but understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee, for unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared, plenteousness is made ready, a city is built, and rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. So right, when it's all said and done with, you know, ultimately we're going to escape this place. You know, we're going to be fed in a time of hunger, and the Lord's going to make a way in the wilderness all the way up to the kingdom. You know, so we're not going to be affected too much by the things that's coming to this place, but the things that's coming to this place is going to make us stronger while everybody else is waxing weaker and weaker. It says, verse 53, the root of wisdom is sealed up from the root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are past, and the end is showed the treasure of immortality. Right, going to the end, you know, come to the end. Basically, when we make it to the kingdom, you know. So that's what we work for. That's why we do this work, and that's why the things that we see on the TV don't affect us like that. We glory at them and we laugh at them while 2/3 of our people in a frenzy and a panic.
Mm-hmm.
Precept.
Hey, come, man, and just like the brother said, man, many great miseries appeared for those. Why? Because they walked around in great pride, man. All right, but for us, we don't have to worry about that. Why? Because we're doing the things that are pleasing to the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We're out here presenting our body as a living sacrifice. We're out here watching as He commanded us to do so. We're measuring the times diligently in itself as was commanded, man. So therefore, we won't be caught unaware, all right, as 2/3 of our people and also these heathens will, man. All right, so when these things are being spoke about, as the brother Brock just speaking of, man, this is what's going to happen, man. This is how we're going to feel, all right? This is Job chapter 5, verse 22. It says, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, all right? So at famine and destruction, we're going to laugh at. Why? For one, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, as stated earlier, He told us about the end of this thing at the beginning, man. So therefore, we already know the things that's to come to this place, man. So we're already prepared. So how can we fear or be caught unaware about something that we already know about, man? You know, all right. So the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, He says He tells us about these things before they come to pass, man. Henceforth His spirit, which is the spirit of prophecy, all right. To say before, prophesy means to say before, man. You know.
Things that are written aforetime was written for our learning, so that we can understand. So when we see, like the brother was saying, so when we see these things, we're not really bothered. We're like, okay, this prophecy is continuing. So the Lord is doing His work because this place gonna go down.
I had a precept. This is Luke 21 and 26. It says, men's hearts failing them for the fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. And you know, as the scriptures talk about, you know, evils are growing upon the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? And these plagues are being sent by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. And 2/3 of our people who's not taking heed to what's going on. And when all things hit the fan, our people gonna be shit out of luck. They're gonna be running around crazy like their tail got cut off or something like that, man. Because
like a chicken with their head cut off.
Like the chicken with their head cut off, man. Our people gonna be for fear.
It's because they lack the understanding, man. They lack and they scoff at the men of the Lord that's trying to give them these prophecies through Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Right? So they basically just disregard the warnings that we put out, right? Not speaking of the people that's watching us, but the 2/3 and the people that scoff at us, right?
Isaiah 33:6. Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time, man.
You got Luke, right? You can jump up to Luke 21:9 for Papa Shaw.
This is Luke 21:9. It says, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified.
Right, so we're not supposed to be terrified in these times, man, right? Because the elect know we have a cover. We know we have an escape through the beginning of sorrows, through the tribulation that's coming, through Jacob's trouble, through the MOTB, so on and so on.
Hey, if I may add on too, that's why Scripture tells us to look at the generations of old, man. So the ones that was doing this walk, that was on this path before us, all right, when they came across these times that of famine, times of pestilence or destruction, whatever the case may be, what did they do? How did they stand up within that time, man? What did they do? They called upon the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, which is our way of succor, all right, through anything where it seems unbearable, man. That's our way of escape, all right, which is going to be our way of escape when this destruction comes, man. Henceforth, Romans 10 and 13, for whosoever call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved, man.
This is John chapter 15, verse 15. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends. For all the things I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai commanded us to eat the roll. And once you consume that roll, that scripture, it reveals the Lord's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, his prophecies, his mysteries. And that's the stability that we have in these times, knowing of the famines and all the other things that the brothers are talking about, because the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai led us to these things.
It's a beautiful thing to be a friend of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, right? To be warned ahead of time, right? For him to build up that faith in you, to be able to depend on him in these times, in these hard times, man. Because these shelves are finna be empty, man. This economy is crashing, right? And Jake is finna go into a panic, just like during the time of 2020. All right, you see what happened. You see how the people was panicking and how chaotic it got, right? Because there's people that have any trust into Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Come on, man, and that lets you know, hey, they're not built on a solid foundation, you know, because they trusting in this place, America. All right, once they see America falling, they feel like they falling right along with us.
All right, back at Luke 21 and 9, it says, but when you shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass.
And these things must first come to pass. Why the Lord told us, don't be terrified, man. Just be watchful, pay attention, right? I think Iran just hit Israel with what? 200 plus missiles.
And they broke through the dome.
And they broke.
Yeah, they've been broke through that.
Come.
They have been broke through that dome. So it's like it's like Israel, Esau basically doing the hit. I'm gonna hit you, but please don't hit me back. Type attack. but Iran, people don't understand that Iran is a military state. They've been that for decades. So they are prepared for war, and when war happens, they are not phased. So though this demon is striking over there in Iran, them Persians over there, them Iranians, whatever you want to call them, they striking back. But with them, it's more strategic. They ain't just arbitrarily fighting. They hunting, and they gonna get each other. The Lord gonna allow it to happen.
Right. It says, but the end is not by and by. It says, then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
Right, come on. You're right. So kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation, as we were just speaking on how Iran and Israel is going at it. The BRICS nation going against NATO and the EU, basically against America as well.
Which is also going to cripple the dollar too as well, you know, right along with this longshoreman shortage. All right, why? Because one of the whole reasons for the BRICS nation is to cripple the dollar, man, to bring the U.S. dollar down. All right, so they can trade, you know, internationally without that dollar. All right. So and just like the Akim was speaking on, you got what you say? Iran is a military state, all right, military country, if you will, all right. So with that being said, they have backup too as well, man, Russia, and they have backup right along after them too as well, because China said they're going to back Russia if ever they ever went to war with America, man. And right along their side, their dog on the leash is North Korea. You know, so with that being said, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is building up an alliance against America, man. You know,
Assembly of Great Nations. The Lord gonna use to come up against Babylon, America.
And that's what's happening right now, man. And that's why people's heart is going to be failing them, right? Because they see that their reality is coming into an end, man. Their false reality.
It's all crashing before their eyes.
They getting a reality check.
They lose.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 6. Verse 7. It says, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made made on the earth drunken, the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. So kind of ultimately the nations are crazy, and they ultimately they want to all the atrocities that Esau done to these other nations gonna get their get back. They're gonna get their get back, and that's gonna be through the Lord. Let's say the Lord.
Come on, man.
Back in Luke, chapter 21, verse 11, it says, "And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven."
Right. And as we were speaking on earlier, these are all the things that the watchmen are seeing coming to pass as day to day. Right? We see the famine, we see the pestilence, we see the earthquakes, we see the signs in the skies, man. This is the time that the Lord is beginning to visit the earth that He created, man. Right? And if you're not for the heathen and the wicked, the 2/3 of our people that's not paying attention, man, they're gonna get caught up in these destruction, man, the beginning of sorrows. Right? They ain't gonna have no choice because they have no covering. Right? Their faith is into man, and their doctrine is into man. Right?
It says, "And fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these, they shall..." That's it.
Somebody can grab that. Ezekiel 5 for Dr. Shaw.
This is Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 16. Verse 16, correct? Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 16. It says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, in which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and I will break your staff of bread.
Right, and that staff goes into the
Imported goods.
like imported goods, like. But so the Lord say He's gonna break the staff, man. He's gonna, just like we see now. He's got the men out there, the men and women out there protesting, man. Right, and holding back all the goods. Right, you got on those cargo ships, you have foods, fruits, cars, clothes, all of these stuff, man. And you see what's coming up. They wicked folly days, man. So the people are gonna go crazy because they can't get a hold of their goods, man. To be prepared for their so-called Christmas or their Halloween. These wicked holidays, man.
Yeah, and also with this port strike, it's going to affect this newest day that Esau esteems high, Black Friday. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to really put a hamper on that too. You may have some retail chain stores that have preemptively, gotten ahead of it or to get it from another port. But for the most part, those ports that shut down, some of them are major ports here in Babylon, America, and it ain't a little bit. It's more than a little bit than shut down.
If I may add on, I seen a girl on TikTok today. She talking about something. So that mean I can't order my cart since they on a port strike. See, that's what Jake mindset is. She on her mindset is on her TikTok cart. But you got all these migrants here that's coming to this place. They still gonna do their Black Friday shopping via. They gonna run in there and they gonna take that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like I just seen a whole bunch of migrants. They ran in Walmart, about 100 of them, 200 of them, a few months ago, and they got their daily bread. By way of their hand. So it's gonna get crazy out here, man. It's gonna get wicked. And I was seeing a video today. Jake was talking about how the next trend gonna be. People gonna be on TikTok talking about how to make peas sweet. Cause we living in a time where you can go eat some lamb chops at a fancy restaurant, 200-300. You can go to any restaurant you want today. But it's gonna be so scarce out here that people gonna be talking about how to make peas sweet. You see what I'm saying?
Like peas, like green peas?
Like green peas.
Okay.
Or how to make peas taste good. That's what we headed, because there ain't gonna be enough food for you to go and have some meat with your peas. You're gonna be right here eating just straight peas. And what's the name? George Washington mindset. How he took a peanut, made peanut butter. He made a whole bunch of, what I'm saying? They create imagination gonna come wild to try to, fulfill their taste buds.
Measure.
Come on.
Keep going, Lord, Salvation.
This is Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 16. It says, "Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. that they may want bread and water and be astonished one with another and consume away for their iniquity. So come, just like the brother was speaking on, man. Hey, as I like to say, they're gonna be precept eating here a little, there a little. You know, hey, everything is not gonna be at their disposal within that time, man. Why? For one, you might not even eat at all. Why? Because if you don't have that, the why that exempt from judgment, that mark of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, it's not destined for you for anything except for destruction, man. You know. Because ultimately, hey, if you're doing the things that are pleasing to the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, as it states in Isaiah 65 and 13, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Why is that? Why? Because Yahweh Ratzah, we're part of that number. We're doing the things that are pleasing to the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Once again, it stated yesterday, a man don't work, don't eat, man. You know, from a carnal standpoint, but also from a biblical, spiritual, biblical standpoint too as well, man. All right, if you're not doing the work of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, how do you expect to eat, man? You know, once again, reverting back to the fact of looking at the generations of old, Ezekiel, all right? The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai fed him thrice a day, man, by way of ravens, all right? You know? So, what more for us, all right? That's down here still doing the will of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, feeding his sheep, waking them up. Daniel was in the lion's den. He translated Habakkuk to the lion's den to feed him, man. So, what more for us, man? You know, in our time of tribulation, when it seems like a way not out, we're backed into a corner. What more for us, all right?
The same way everybody went down to Egypt for help to get the you know, the whole shutdown, stuff like that, and then everything went quote unquote back to normal. There was no need to get it. The same thing is gonna happen to the MOTB when they say it, when they push it, people are gonna take it and they'll still go to the stores and still find the shelves empty. Now they have the ability to pay, now they have the ability to buy and sell, but shelves still empty.
So what they gonna result to?
Shit.
Eating people.
Yeah.
Cannibalism.
That's why Lord.
I would say, man, because the judgment from the Lord is just like, this is judgment from the Heavenly Father. And it's not going to be nice. It's going to be very unpretty. And the Lord ain't finna call none of that back. He ain't finna repent for it. He ain't finna feel bad. He going to pour it out. And it's coming. And we are, I want to say the beginning stages, but we might be a little bit past the beginning stages. Getting into it becoming a lot more serious. This place will suffer judgment. Second chapter 9.
Yeah, we are getting the book. Alright. Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8, and verse 55. It says, and therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteous, and have said in their heart that there is no God. Yeah, and that knowing they must die. For as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not his will that man should come to naught. All right. Well, you know, they when the Lord gave them liberty, they despised the Most High. When they tried to die in the righteous, they said there is no God. And the Lord said, what? They're going to die. And thirst and pain, it's prepared for them. But the Lord said he appointed over them four types of death. The sword, the slave, the dogs, the tear, the famine, and the sword. When it's all said and done with.
And then, just like you say, knowing that they must die, that's knowing that there is a God. Why? Because he set that bound that we can't pass of death, all right? We can't get past that right now, man. So if you have, that's like saying you got free will. If you got free will, don't die, man. So the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai established that rudiment right there, put that in front of you that you can't get past. Also to let us know that he's the one that gives power, man. He's the one that gives life and death, all right? In order for us to get life, we have to follow after him, that eternal life that is, man. So therefore, by you sitting here saying this, that, and the third, there is no God, man. That's crazy, man. That's diabolic. That's devil work.
For real. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 12. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. So this place is going to mourn. And it's going to mourn. Why? Because the Lord is going to bring judgment to this place. Yes, he's going to bring punishment and plagues and pestilence. He's going to bring sicknesses and everything. He's going to bring hunger, all this stuff. All these things are scourges for amendment. The Lord is going to bring these things to this place. The foundation of this place has been smitten, meaning it's been broken. It's been destroyed. So guess what? It's only a matter of time as this place falls.
It's also the birth of this land, man. It's being withdrawn out of this place, man.
Come on, this is Isaiah 30 and 12. It says, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despised his word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall. So 2/3 of our people who's stuck in this this matrix and stuck in Esau's land or Esau's American dream, all right, being accustomed to they to this system, man. You know, people who stay there on it and despise Yahweh Shah's words and forsake them, they gonna fall with this place, man. It's gonna be a great fall, like no other, man. Because again, they're not putting their trust in Yahweh Shah. They putting their trust in man. They putting their trust in money. They putting their trust in the victuals, the vintage. You know what I'm saying? And as the scriptures say, the vintage shall fail, man. You know, so 2/3 of our people gonna be, you know, in a time of turmoil in the time to come, man. Isaiah 30 and 12, 13. It says, therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. So our people are on the wrong foundation, man. 2/3 of our people, that is, you know.
It's gonna break in an instant. And you see the Lord doing that. You see Yahweh outside doing that. It's happening right before our eyes, man. He's bringing this place down, man. The economy is crashing. The dollar is crashing, man. Right? And in that time, during these times, right, the 2/3 that have that mindset of what we're gonna do, what we're gonna drink, what we're gonna eat, right? But for the elect, right, this is Matthew 6 and 31. Therefore, take no thought, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or where withal shall we be clothed? Right. So just like with these cargo ships, man, right? That's all these goods and stuff that's not coming in. This the mindset of 2/3, man. What we gonna do, man? When I'm gonna get my clothes? When I'm gonna get my shoes? When I'm gonna get my food? Man, it's only gonna get worse from here, man. Right?
And that shows a lack of faith, man. Because the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua know that we need these things, all right. He sent us out here on a mission, so therefore we're gonna need gas, fuel in order to fulfill that mission, all right. And that's just minute, all right. You know, so therefore, just going back into having faith in Him, all right. Once again, looking at the generations of old, all right. So you see the prophets that He took for beforehand. Hey, they was diligent within the work of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They continued to walk, they continued to go down the righteous path of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And guess what? They was taken care of, man. So what more for us, all right? 2/3 of our people don't have that. Why? Because they don't have faith in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, but yet they have faith in the system, as the brother Amawan was just bringing out in Isaiah 30, all right? Hey, you trusting in Egypt, all right? You go up to verse 2, all right? Order them that trust, they go down to Egypt for help. You trusting in Egypt, all right? So by you trusting in this is where you put your heart in. This is where you put your faith in. This is where you put everything at. All your trust, everything, man. You know, so with that being said, when this place falls, once again, you're going to fall right along with it. Those of you that trust in Egypt, also known as Babylon, America, man. You know?
Woe to those who go down to Egypt for help.
Come on.
That trust and stay upon the horses because they are many. The shadow and the strength of this place is going to be a lot of our people's confusion. They ain't going to know why it is happening or what it's happening for. But they didn't listen to the men of the Lord that was telling them why it's happening and what it's happening for. Okay. So our people going to learn the hard way.
I want to say the same was doing after death by pain.
I got two more real quick. Back in Matthew 6 and 32. For after all these things do the Gentiles seek, man. See, these are the things that the Gentiles look for, man. And for our people, 2/3 of our people, who are the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the speckled bird who bear the same spirit as such, right? But 2/3 of them, man, don't have that same mindset. They have the mindset of a Gentile, man, Hellenized in America, man.
Microwave syndrome.
Microwave syndrome.
Need it right then and there. You know, right. They can't wait. They need it right then and there. Once again, once this place go down, you ain't gonna have your Walmarts, Publix, Kroger's, Pick and Save, whatever you want to call it. So you ain't gonna be able to go there. It won't be accessible to you anymore, man. Henceforth, the port strikes, all right. You know, you got these workers on the ports, all right. Hey, that's slowing down the
Commerce.
intake. Yeah, the intake of the goods. All right. So therefore, it's not hitting the shelves. It's not going to be hitting the shelves. The prices are going to be going up.
And plus, Esau has made it to, has made it to where people think if I can't buy it, I can't get it, rather than thinking I can make it myself. Because like you might go to a restaurant and be like, I can make this at the crib, da 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 da. But people aren't going to be thinking like that in terms of in terms of their daily bread, in terms of working for themselves, working for the well-being of the group. Because America doesn't breed that type of team player mindset.
It breeds individuality.
And so much that it starts to destroy other people.
But it also comes against individuality, meaning standing for who you really are as an individual, according to Yahweh Shai. So it breeds individuality, but it also comes against individuality, meaning if you don't have the herd mentality or the follow the crowd mindset, you get looked at as something that's wrong and or weird with you. But it's like, but the people that are looking at that, it's like we actually the same ones. Y'all the insane and the membrane.
For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. See, Yahweh Shai know we need. He know what we need, man. So we're going to be completely taken care of in these times, man. Right? Nothing. We shouldn't be worried about nothing, man. The only thing we should be worried about is making sure we fast, repent, and follow law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability, and continue to pray, right? And stay focused on being a watchman, right? And last verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh Shai and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you, man. Right? So all that, your food, how you gonna drink, how you gonna eat, how you gonna, complete your everyday living, man, until he calls us up. Right? All that's gonna be taken care of, man, because Yahweh Shai knows what we need, man. It's nothing to be worried about. Right? Nothing to be panicking. Oh, I need to go buy tissue. Have more faith, into Yahweh Shai.
This is the book of Psalms chapter 33 and verse 1. It says, "And horse is a vain thing for safety, neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine." So, right, that's our hope, that's our prayer, that Yahweh Shai remember us and remember our works and our faith that we had, during the time where it wasn't basically a trend. Our people, they only want to seek the Lord when they see it ain't no other way out, basically. You see what I'm saying? So we hope and pray that Yahweh Shai is going to make a way for us in the wilderness.
The Lord will protect us. He said the elect is going to protect his elect. He said that we a lot of our people that's going to be crying and jacked up and hungry. He said we're going to eat in them days. We're going to laugh, at the we'll say the calamities and or the hard times that we're coming into. Meaning the Lord is going to have us set at safety. What I mean by laugh, not physically. We might physically laugh. We don't know, but basically that's a parabolic of saying, Lord, it's like we're gonna laugh at the things, meaning we're gonna be set and safe, we're gonna be good. We probably gonna suffer a little bit, but nonetheless, that's just because it's still gonna be a test in a trying time. So we still gotta be made or should I say perfected, and all the way up until Yahweh Shai come back.
Just a quick testimony. I just had this conversation with somebody last night, man. And they was asking me, you're not preparing yourself for what's coming? And I'm like, yeah, I'm preparing myself for what's coming spiritually. He like, what you mean? You're not buying any canned goods, no water? You're not stocking your crib up with supplies? I say, bro, why should I do that when I got Yahweh Shai? I don't need none of that. I said, he gonna supply all that. And then for one, what happens when martial law come in and kick you about your house? All that food you done stockpiled, now they eating on your food and drinking your food. I mean, drinking your water. But that just goes to show you the mindset of 2/3 of our people, man, who really lack the understanding of Yahweh Shai, lack the understanding of this truth, lack faith in Yahweh Shai.
And that just shows how much Jake trusts in their goods, man. You might go take your children to the park and find a whole bunch of Venezuelan migrants squatting in your shit. You see what I'm saying? so now you calling around trying to get police Esau to come and kick the squatters out. You know what I'm saying? By the time you get them out, it's gonna be already too late. Your food and your water gonna be gone.
Precept. kind of else in the text, man.
Go ahead.
This is First Maccabees chapter 2, verse. I'm gonna start at verse 58. It says, Elias, for being zealous and fervent for the law, was taken up into heaven, and Ananias, Azarias, and Mishael, by believing, were saved out of the flame. Daniel, for his innocence, was delivered from the mouth of lions. And thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. Fear not then the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worms. So come on, man, look at what you have holding on to, man. The faith and the foundation that we're standing on and we're holding on to, which is of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. You know, all that, oh yeah, well, you ain't stockpiling this, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that, and this, that, and the third, man. Once again, going to 2nd Ezra 15 and 19, you stockpiling up all this food. Hey, what you're stockpiling, it might be for me. That's why you're telling me about it. You know? Because guess what? Hey, just like the brother said, man, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is going to make sure his servants, his elect men eat within that day, man. Yahweh Ratazah, we're part of that number, man. So with that being said, hey, we're stockpiling
The sour cream flavor. Make sure you get the sour cream flavor.
Let me write a list for you, bro, real quick. What's up?
This is Isaiah chapter 65. This is Isaiah chapter 65, verse 12. It says, Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer, when I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose wherein I delighted not. With a point in 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Behold, my servant shall eat, but he shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but he shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but he shall be ashamed. So, ultimately going back, what most brothers been making, the Lord is going to have us in his bosom, man, and it's going to be nothing that we have to worry about, because we're going to believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We got to prepare for it and hope for the best.
Come on. And let you know, man, that shows a differentiation between the ones that are going to get fed, the ones that are going to receive drink within that time, and the ones that are not, man. Because once again, going back to that verse 12, therefore will I number you to the sword. Why? Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear. All right, but you chose to dwell in where the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua delights not. We're dwelling where the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua delights, man, within his truth, within his words. All right, as he says, his words should not return to him void. All right, so if we're out here pushing forth those words, pushing forth this truth, all right, hey, he that's how he's separating the good from the bad, man. Hey, he know oh shit, I gotta keep them, I gotta watch them, man. You know, this, that, and the third, I gotta make sure they protected. Hey, ain't no harm will come to these, but over here, hey, shit, these gonna starve. These gonna be thirsty. Why they gonna be? They're gonna drown out. They're gonna not drown out, but shit, hey, who knows, you know? But you won't have that substance within that time. Why? Because you don't have that substance now, and you're not seeking after that substance of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua now, man, which is His truth. All right.
Goodbye.
This is Judges chapter 10, verse 13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. Wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. So the things that 2/3 of our people choosing now, the dollar, the education, all the things of this system, the Lord gonna tell them, hey, nah, don't come back to me now. Go to that dollar that just crashed. Go to that degree that you done leaned on this far. Go all these things you chose over me. Nah, don't come over here now. Cause the Lord not simping behind the 2/3 of our people. He cut them off from them. Gone, be gone. That's just it. There's no hedge of protection for them.
Well, that's a scary thing right there, boy. To be on the wrong side of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, to have no covering. That's very scary, man. 2/3 of our people gonna get caught up into all that wickedness. I mean, righteous judgments, like.
Come on to the world and them that dwell therein.
This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 13. It's like in verse 12. Behold, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you, but rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of a Mashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. So we can't think it's strange that all this stuff is happening. The longshoremen strike, the trucker strikes, whole towns being wiped off the map in parts of the Carolinas due to the hurricane that just passed. Iran shooting missiles off to Israel. We can't think all that stuff strange, especially when it comes closer and closer to closer affecting us on a day-to-day basis. All right, but we have to verse 13. So again,
No, I was just saying it's faith boosters.
come on, faith boosters, right? Because right here, verse 13, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Mashiach's suffering. So as much suffering as Yahweh Shai did, we're going to partake in that as well. And you know, just as much as he did, and he took he took death for us. So all that suffering that he took, we're also going to be partakers of that as well. So this is just the matter of fact, what you guys said, kind of past the beginning, it's more so the intro. We had the intro right now.
Like a song.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we had
intro.
the.
Like the song, like back in the day, them old school songs, they would play the intro of the song to get you
Yeah,
acclimated to the beat.
yeah.
You like, oh, that's a nice song. Then when they start
Yeah.
singing the words, like, oh yeah, this is really going on. You know what I'm saying? That's how this prophecy is with us. You're like, oh yeah, okay, I like the beat, and then the lyrics drop and everything. Oh,
Right,
that's fire right here.
Right. So we had the intro, but rejoicing as much as ye are partakers of a Mashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. And the glory of Yahweh Shai Mashiach hasn't fully been revealed yet. But once it is, and everybody and like 2/3 of our people wake up to shame, all right, that means that we're gonna wake up to honor and to glory and with exceeding joy unto the Lord.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, in verse 19. It says, behold, I will do a new thing, now shall it spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the deserts. All right, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to come through for his people. He's going to make a way in the wilderness. You know, and he's so much so to where he said, we're going to be those rivers in the desert. You know, what it says, he shall make a man more precious than fine gold.
Rock in the weary place.
Right. So it gets to a point to where, you know, people going to come to us because they're going to see, you know, the spirit that we in and how much love Yahweh Shema Shai has bestowed upon us. You know, we're not going to be walking around moping like the rest of these people, man. We're going to, you know, what it says, anoint thy head.
Right. It's part of our custom that when we fasting, we don't darken our faces and you make it be like, oh, we fasting. So when we're going through the times of famine, you know, we haven't eaten probably a few days. We still have a happy, a cheerful countenance because we've been trained. The Most High Yahweh Shema Shai has been training us to get through that type of stuff and what type of countenance to have while you're going through that affliction.
The mindset.
Come on.
This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 28, and we know all that things work. I'm gonna start over. Romans 8 and 28, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them that are called according to His purpose. And I'm skipping 31. What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, who could be against us? So it looks like we're the ones suffering. We picked the wrong team, all that stuff now. It looks like 2/3, they don't want the Super Bowl, they're here partying. But we're the ones that are going to receive that happy ending. We're going to receive salvation, eternal life. We're going to be first fruits of the kingdom. 2/3 of our people, all they get is death by pain. They get a sucker punch. They get judgment, a judgment of death.
Yeah, they get the booby prize. You ever watch The Price is Right and you pick the wrong thing and they had that that's what they gonna get. They gonna get the bonk prize.
Yeah, that was tough.
Because then it says, if God before us, who could be against us? We have Yahweh Shema Shai on our side. We don't need Trump. We don't need Joe Biden. We don't need none of the powers of this world. We have the power of Yahweh Shema Shai, the most high power.
I'll take Kamala as a bad one. That's what you see.
Hey, this is Proverbs 3 and 25. It says, be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when they come. So the scripture says to fear not. Fear not these things that's coming upon the earth. Fear not man. All right, but we're supposed to be fearing Yahweh Shai, man. It says, be not afraid of the sudden fear. So for all these things that's coming upon the earth, be not afraid, because it's just a sign the Lord just giving us to let us know what times that we are in. You know,
Hey, cause what it say? What 1,000 or 10,000 go down, all right, or something like that, man. It's gonna be a lot of deaths out there, man. You know, so we can't let that hinder us, all right? Why? Because the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we have to focus on Him. We have to focus on the kingdom, all right? Hey, we walking through the valley of the shadow of death, man. So therefore, we shall fear no evil, all right? So with that being said, we're gonna see death by us left and right. We gotta keep that composure and stay on that path and focus on the light of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and walk to that destination, man.
Con. It says neither of the desolation of the wicked, because kind of like the doctor was speaking about, man. It's gonna be a great death here in Babylon, man. It's gonna be what death on all sides, even in the streets. Like the scriptures say, the dead body's gonna be in the streets like dung. You know, and it's not gonna be nobody to do a proper burial on those bodies. So it says be not afraid of those things. Like when they come. It says, for the Lord shall be thy confidence and shall keep thy foot from being taken. That was the point. You know, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is our confidence, all right? And we know that they're going to take care of us, man, all right, in these troubling times to come, man. And we know that our foot is not gonna slip, because why? We're on that solid foundation. We're on that rock of Yahushua, man, you know.
Yeah, second version. 16. That's the last piece.
It's Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, in which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their destruction, they pour out their forests, and appease the wrath of him that sent them. So, in a sense, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has goonies in the cut. Like how Jake talked about they in the cut, it's a scary sight. The judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is a scary sight. And we send that green light, he send them goonies out to the 2/3 of our people. They're gonna be, you know, they're gonna be fearful. They're gonna be, you know, they're gonna be troubled with fears.
Poor state.
Scared, hungry, thirsty, tired. Gotta run from drones and all type of stuff.
Yeah, they gonna have to run from drones and robot dogs.
Niggas, Terminators.
And then during that, they're gonna be like Adam in the garden, naked and afraid.
And what they gonna cover themselves with? You know what I'm saying? They gonna run to them stations, man.
They gonna have to cover themselves with what they cover themselves with now. They gonna go to them false covers.
I went to a prestigious university. Surely I can get through this.
Yeah.
Some dumb shit.
They're gonna be right at that station.
Hey, they're gonna be doing all type of mathematical equations, trying to figure it out. All this karma stuff.
I seen something where Esau had a whole bunch of them cargo ships in the mountains. He gonna, you know, them little cargo boxes. He gonna be using them. No, not the caskets. You know the thing. You know the thing that be on the ships.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
And they put them on the back of the truck. They put it on the back of the truck. They say Crowley.
Oh, shipping container.
Yeah, the shipping container. Esau gonna be blocking the streets off with straight shipping containers. Jake ain't gonna have nobody. Well, run. It's gonna be just like the besieged Jerusalem, 70 AD. When our people were hungry and thirsty, they had to eat. Well, they was eating all the leaves off the trees.
They was eating leather.
Yeah, they was eating belts. They was eating the
belts.
girdle. What the Lord said, He gonna do a new thing. You gonna see a nigga. He gonna be trying to see what a dollar tastes like. All these rap joke you.
Yeah, exactly.
Got all the dollars.
Yeah.
It's gonna be plenty in the streets
Yeah, they're gonna have to eat that money, bro. They're gonna have to eat them dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody want a Gucci belt. They finna eat them bitches.
That's gonna be their salad.
Yeah.
All these vegetables that they got for cheap, man. You know, they gonna have to eat all that in that day.
They gonna have to switch from wet bugs,
Eat them Jordans.
which is them seafood. They gonna switch to dry bugs, with the roaches.
Well, go and boil up them Jordans, boy. We putting them, we gonna fry them up today, boy.
Jay gonna be throwing anything on the grill in that day.
Right.
You want the 23s, 24s? Give me 24s.
What's that movie? Snowpiercer.
Gone. Ew, shit. I'm mad you said
He
that.
said, I know what a person tastes like. He said, I know a baby tastes the best. I said, damn, boy, it's gonna get real out here.
Hey, that's scripture, you know.
Gone.
People are gonna be out here eating their kids, man. Just like that one, like the one story in the scripture where the lady say, "Hey, today we'll eat your son, tomorrow we'll eat mine." They ended up eating hers, and the next day she hauled ass with her kid, man. You know.
It's gonna be a real life Resident Evil.
Right. That's why they show us all these things, man. Cause the elite know what's coming. Right? They know the agenda. Right. So
program.
predictive programming. So That's why they put all this stuff out on different movies and stuff like that. But as far as the Watchmen, when we see these stuff on movies, we automatically catch it. We see it right then and there. It's like, yeah, they trying to show certain things.
It's like telegraphing in boxing.
Mhm.
See, Esau, he telegraphing because he know he's fighting against somebody that can't fight. So he gonna telegraph his moves. But the first time you run across somebody that's got fight IQ, that can see what's coming, you notice all of a sudden he changed his tune up real quick. Esau changed up real quick. Wait, let me change up the strategy. Let me figurate something to keep myself in a
Good state.
I would say a false advantage because it's really not a real advantage.
Appreciate it. In the book of Luke, chapter 19 and verse 43, it says, "For the day shall come upon thee that thy enemy shall cast a trench about thee and compass thee round and keep thee in on every side." Going to the statement, I made with the shipping containers. It's going to be Esau basically trying to trap you in on every side. What it says for us, he that diggeth the pit shall fall therein. So he's going to mess around and try to trap one of the Lord's elect, and then he going to mess around and hang himself. It was in the scriptures. I believe it was in the book of Esther, I believe. Who was that got hung trying to hunt some soldier?
I forget his name, but he built a whole bunch of gallows in his front yard so he can he built a gallows.
Something like this name.
He built a gallows for
Mordecai.
Mordecai. Yeah, he
Yeah,
ended
I
up
say Khan, it was a
Khan.
that was JB.
He ended up
I think his name was Haman, if I'm not mistaken.
Haman got hanged, but trying to hang Mordecai, I believe.
Oh, Khan.
And see, that's what it's gonna be like for our people. They gonna fall into that trap, but us, we gonna escape it when it's all said and done with, man. We're not gonna be no weapon that is formed against us shall prosper, basically.
The weapons are being made right now as we speak, and they're being tried and tested, and they're going to be used towards us, but they won't be able to prosper.
Precept.
This precept that the elders just put in the group chat in regards to what Barak was saying about the entrapment of our people.
He just read that.
Sloppy. I'm sure.
One more precept. Got the second Edges, 16:21 with it.
Yeah, I would say I got another one.
Oh, okay.
You see, we can break it out again. You want to bring it up? It's 2 Edges 16:21. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion."
Right. And you see that sword, famine, and great confusion is still growing, man. While Jake walking around thinking everything's sweet, right? They think everything is A-okay. They're not paying attention to what's going on around them. They're not paying attention to the war. They're not paying attention to the famine that's coming, the inflation that's coming. They have no care in the world right now, man. 2/3 of our people, at least.
Right. That's why the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua told us to measure the time diligently within itself. That way we can know and understand the time period that we're in. We don't know the day, we don't know the exact date, we don't know the exact hour, nor the minute, nor the second, but only the Father Yahweh does. But that's why the Lord, He commanded us to measure the time so we can see and feel the times that we're in. And now that we know, by us measuring the time, we know that it's the time where the highest is beginning to visit the world which He had made, man. Yahushua is making this return, all right? So therefore, what more should you be doing besides getting ready for the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man? As stated, all right, seeing then that all of these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, all right? So what acts should you be carrying out, all right? What conversations should you be out here upholding, all right?
That was the only one. This is a precept. This is 2 Ezra chapter 6. I'm gonna read verse 24 point just to back up the point that the brother Arakar brought out about victuals being so cheap that people thinking themselves to be in good case. But when Sugar Honey Iced Tea hit the fan, people are gonna be messed up out here. This is this is the 2 Ezra chapter 6 verse 24. It says, "At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies.
perfect.
And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still. And in 3 hours they shall not run." So at that time, when all hell break loose, for real, those same ones that were friends, they're gonna fight each other like enemies. They're gonna be at each other's, we'll say, throat physically, actual,
For real, for real.
you know, being at each other's throat. Why? For lack of bread, for anguish, for tribulation, you know, for not being able to get the amenities that they are used to getting.
Which single mama's gonna win the duel? They're both doing it for their kid.
Exactly, and guess what? And that's another thing. A lot of these women and their babies, Lord gonna get them up out of here, and that's just the truth. But when it come down to it, friends are gonna fight like enemies in that day.
Mhm.
That just continues to goes into those evils growing, man. Those evils are going to continue to grow and continue to grow, man. It's going to get it's going to manifest more and more, right? In these times, man. And if you don't have that correct mindset, right, into Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, if you're not in this truth, man, you're not part of the elect. It just is what it is. You're not going to be saved from those evils, man.
And when the judgment comes, they say the earth gonna stand in fear. People gonna be scared. It ain't that the physical earth itself is gonna be afraid, but people are gonna be afraid around the four corners of the earth because they ain't gonna know what's going on, especially when the hour of temptation comes. That's gonna be hell everywhere. That's the, you know, but yeah, that's how it's gonna go. So it's gonna get real.
That's just like with we had an example of that at Saturday during camp with the lady showed up, the Ethiopian lady who could be a Jake. We're not sure, but you could see the fear on her, man. Right? You could feel it on her, man. Like she was really scared of, you know. That's why she was so
tuned in
on trying to get answers, man. Like, hey, what should I be, what should I be doing? What am I gonna do in that time? Right, and without Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, without the understanding of who the true living God is, you have no escape route, man. Yeah, precept up.
This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 32. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. So, like the lady, the Ethiopian lady that we were just talking about, she was seeking answers. The 2/3 of our people, they're not seeking answers. They're focused on folly and simplicity. And these are the things that's leading them to their destruction. But let's say that lady is an Israelite. If she takes heed to the things that she heard and received, if she is an Israelite, she will obtain salvation. She'll be safe. She'll be safe from the evils coming to this place. And that goes for anybody else in the truth fold.
Can you read that beginning part of that again, Babaki?
It's Proverbs chapter 1, verse 32. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them.
See, the turning away of the simp, man. Jake, 2/3 of our people are real simps out here, man.
Simple.
Right.
Simple.
Simp.
Turning away of the simple shall slay them, meaning because they won't listen and they won't understand, that's going to destroy them. It's going to mess them up because they choose to leave with deaf ear. And of course, Jake, he on that simply. But it's talking about our people being destroyed for not listening, or falling to judgment for not listening to Yahweh while y'all was shot.
And that's what I was going into, this being simps, being simple-minded, being more stuck on themselves and not, without no wisdom, knowledge, or understanding whatsoever.
Being easily led.
They'll call women that walk around call us simps because they don't understand what they're looking at, right? Not understanding.
They call them bombs.
Right.
They think because we do this work in Yahweh Shah that we bombs, but what you don't know is, if you read the scriptures, all the high value men were men of the Lord.
Yeah.
They were not none of these Kevin Samuels. They was none of these other guys who get on these platforms and talk about being high value.
Yeah.
Your value goes up when you turn to Yahweh Shah. That's when your value goes up as a man.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, and verse 16. It says, therefore, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the power of hosts, the Lord said thus, wailing shall be in all streets, and they shall say in all the highways, alas, alas, and they shall call the husbandman to mourning, and such as are skillful of limitation to mourning, and in all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, said the Lord. Right, and when you go into this, search Amos chapter 5, verse 17 in blue letter, the vineyard goes into vintage. You know, so ultimately the vintage is going to fail, man. And it says, verse 18, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not lights, all right? You have people going around, you know, acting as if they in the truth, you know, speaking things which they ought not to speak. You see what I'm saying? Still stuck on that plantation Christianity mindset, not understanding the things that the Lord is going to be bring to this place. So you desiring the day of the Lord, you see what I'm saying? But to what end is it going to be for you? Is it going to be destruction, famine for you? You see what I'm saying? But to the Lord's elect, we basically going to rejoice.
It's going to be a beginning rather than the end.
Verse 19, and it says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it to you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into a house and leaned his hand upon the wall and a serpent bit him. So right. And imagine being hungry, starving, you see what I'm saying, walking, looking for food, and then a bear or a lion comes, you know what I'm saying? Now you got to run. It's about to fall out trying to run. You see what I'm saying? That's how you know you get away. That's what it's going to be like. You're going to be running from trouble to trouble to trouble, you know? And that's going to be them people that receive all them blessings on this side. You out there, you get to sell a whole pound of weed. You see what I'm saying? Get to make your money off wickedness. You know, get to live lavishly. And that day it's going to be like, damn, like, you know, what's that scripture? It says, in the affliction of an hour, make a man forget great riches. And that's what it's going to be like. That's what it's going to be like.
All right, this is Luke 21. Again, Luke 21, verse 22. It says, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. It says, but woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon the people. And that, again, it's going back into the uproars of the people, the stress of nations, perplexity of these different nations. So people, even our people, gonna be in the time of Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be a time like no other, man. You know. But it says what? But woe to them that are with child. So even with these women, with all these kids, man, it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a troublesome time. You know, even with them not having a man, because most of our women, 2/3 of our women, I would say, you know what I'm saying, got this independent mindset, thinking they can do everything on their own. You know what I'm saying? So by them having that mindset, it's gonna be troublesome for them. You know, with the lack of food, the lack of bread, the lack of, you know what I'm saying, the things that we need. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much our people gonna be in a fearful time, man.
It's troublesome for them now. Like just imagine in that day, it's gonna be way worse.
Oh, I'm about to say with the whole longshoreman strike, these old can't get their eyelashes, can't get their bundles, can't get their nails, they can't get their Shein,
they can't get BBLs.
Yeah,
they can't be wicked. But even for all that, according to Ezra, even for all that, they still not gonna be mindful of the scourge that's coming.
So, hey, man, with that being said, hey, you know that you can't focus on the infrastructure of America, all right? You have to focus on, you can't trust on the infrastructure of America, all right? You have to trust on the foundation of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that he had laid out for us, all right? And with that being, I just want to bring out Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. It reads, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, why? That's why he told us to consume the whole road, man. So therefore, when we come up upon times like these that we're in, and times like these that we're going in, we know how to, stand up within those times, man. Hey, we lean on the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Why? Because without him, we won't be able to do anything, man. So therefore, hey, we have not because we ask not. We're not gonna go ask at the mouth of we're not gonna ask at for the hands of Egypt. All right, we're gonna ask from the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. As he said, ye have not because ye ask not, man. So we're gonna ask from our provider, all right? We're not gonna ask from Esau, you know.
No precept.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 19. Nevertheless, the foundation of God standeth sure, having the seal, and the Lord knoweth them that are his, and that everyone that nameth the name of a Mashiach depart from iniquity. So those standing 10 toes down on the foundation of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, they're going to stand sure. When the Lord see man wind to blow across this place, they ain't going to be phased by it. For the 2/3 of our people, they're going to be like when you see that Twister movie with the witch and the broom and the cow and everything else flying up in the sky, that's going to be them. They're going to be tossed around to and fro. But like I said, the foundation of the Lord standing sure. So like I said, those that stand for the Lord, they won't be wavered any type of way.
Any more precepts? All right,
I got precepts for us. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 6. It says, "How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames." Right? Going to basically, the destruction of this place ultimately. But the point is, pangs and sorrows are going to take a hold of them. So it ain't no more joy coming to this place, only darkness. Basically, the point that I was trying to make.
The part where it said they shall be amazed one to another. They're gonna be looking at each other like, martial law? What is that?
Yeah.
Like in the lockdown.
Like, what are we supposed to do? Yeah.
That's gonna be them yellow list people.
Yeah.
They're gonna go in them camps and get re-educated and come back out with that, all up in them, their hand and their foreheads.
any more precepts?
This is back at 2nd Ezra chapter 6, and I'm gonna read all the way down this to my point. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. It says, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty." So just like now, this goes into that strife. The sown places will appear unsown. Ain't no products moving here. So the storehouses are going to be empty. No distribution centers distributing anything to the retail chain stores for people to buy, and none of that stuff. Continuing. It's going to be found empty. Verse 23, and it says, "And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid." So when these prophecies and things start to really speak, well, they speaking now, I ain't going to say really speak. When they speak, but when it becomes increasingly more evident to those undeniable when it comes more undeniable to our people, that's that sound on that trumpet. Guess what? Our people gonna be afraid because they ain't gonna know what to do in these times. So they're gonna be afraid when they can't do certain things, when they can't go certain places.
They're gonna have to, but they're gonna have to acknowledge the Lord. They're gonna have to say, they're gonna see something so tumultuous. They're gonna be like, only the Lord can do this, because this here is horrible.
But Jake, his head, Jake by the smart as a rock. But verse 24, it says, "At that time, friends shall fight against one another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run." So our people going to be fighting against each other. Friends going to be fighting like enemies, because they're going to become enemies, because they're going to be trying to take from each other. They're going to be trying to kill each other for a morsel of meat or bread. A piece of bread. And the earth going to stand in fear. People going to be afraid, and people ain't going to be able to partake in none of the stuff that they normally partook or partaking in it at this point. Verse 25, and it says, "Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world." So those that make it through this, which is the hopeful elect, or I say the remnant of Israel, because the Lord is he gathered a remnant, but which it houses, or should I say encompasses the 144, and then you got the 1/3 men, women, and children that believe, but all of our people that make it through that, they're going to see the salvation of Yahweh Shemel Shai and the end of this world as we know it. Not the whole earth, just the world of Esau.
This system.
Come
Any more precepts? So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right. Again, we just want to go back into it, just a quick brief breakdown on the lesson. Without the men of the Lord, pushing this truth and being good watchmen, you know, to Israel, for Israel, right? There's without us, man, there's no salvation for the 2/3, man, because they're not out paying attention, they're not listening, they're not watching the videos, right? They're not understanding that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is literally speaking through us and giving us the sound words and the sound doctrine to give to our people, man. All right. So without further ado, we're just going to end it. So like we're just going to end it there. All right. So Shalom and GTA.
We're going to give all praises
I
to the Heavenly Father. Call.
Call.
Halayim.
Halayim.
La.
La.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Ha.
Ha.
Racha.
Racha.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Ma'amah.
Ma'amah.
And again, double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders, and double honors to our elders as well, the Harawan Ban Yasharala of this camp, the Lions Den camp. Shalom.
Shalom to the Lions Den camp. Shalom.
Hey, it came